Okay, this is week 2 module, so I'm going to do the introduction and the discussion on this videotaping because the other one has these two on it and seems to be working just fine. So let's start here with 2.0 introduction. All right, so this week we're going to learn about basic technology skills. Aren't you proud of me? I can read. It's supposed to be a joke. We all have at least some background knowledge with technology. Hi, everyone. I was advised this afternoon that first lecture that I did not work very well. There was no sound to it, which kind of surprises me, but the trouble I've been having with getting sound and doing this is it doesn't surprise me. So let's go. Okay, so 2.0 and 2.1 is going to be on this video. The 2.2 and 2.3 is together on the next video. So let's look at 2.0. Okay, we're going to learn about basic technology skills. We all have at least some background knowledge with technology. They're talking about cell phones, um, TVs, whatever. It says you've probably saved files, searched the internet, or opened compressed files. If you haven't, we're going to get you there. This week's assignments will review these concepts, and you're going to have a look at new technology within your field. This last part, new technology in your field, is part of the work that you're going to be doing this week. Technology is constantly changing and has an impact on you personally and professionally. So take a look at the latest new technology at the Consumer Electronics 2016 show. And so that's this video right here. I'm not going to roll over it because it starts and then it drowns me out. So just click, you know how to play those. All right, the objectives for this week is to demonstrate file and folder management skills by creating, saving, deleting, and or copying files and folders. Demonstrate how to save files as different file types. Demonstrate how to open and send compressed files. Copy and paste a link and add it to a discussion. And explain how new technology affects your professional lives and how to best stay skilled in the workforce. If you want to move up the ladder, if you will, in whatever profession you're choosing, it is important to be aware of the changes in technology, especially in your profession. An example is that when I first came to Purdue, that was about 30 some odd years ago, I went to work as a graduate secretary in one of the departments at Purdue. And I was replacing this really nice lady who had reached retirement age, and Purdue, that department was bringing in new computers. So they were taking away the old typewriters and they were putting computers on everybody's desk. She didn't like that. It made her uncomfortable. She wanted her typewriter, and they had advised her she couldn't use her typewriter. She had to learn how to use the computer. That did not set well with her. So instead of learning how to use the computer, she opted to go out for retirement and just to take her retirement and go away. But there's a couple weeks where she had to just kind of stay back and kind of finish up whatever the requirement was. And so as the computers came in and started being set up in the office, she was interested in them. She would look over our shoulders and she would ask questions, which is really cool. Um, but she didn't want to mess with them. She didn't want to touch them. She didn't want to, but she was interested in how they worked and how they looked. So the new technology affected her professional life in that through her decision, she opted for retirement instead of staying and learning the new skill. She figured she had done that, been there, didn't want to do it again. So technology is important about you and your professional lives. Now, readings and resources. If you know some of this, you don't have to do it. If you don't know it, I would strongly suggest you take a couple minutes and go through and look at it. Computer files, folders, and more. I've had students tell me that they went and saved a file, and because it's a save, right? But they didn't tell the computer where to save it. And since they didn't tell the computer where to save it, they're not sure where the computer saved it. So now they can't find their file. And I've had student after student email me and say, I saved the file, send it to you. I don't know where it went and I can't find it. Can you help me? So this is a good video if you're not that familiar with where to tell the computer to save your file. Now, working with files is a GCF tutorial, and we're going to look at that in a minute. Getting to know Word. Working with zip files, that's one of your assignments. Basic search strategies. Basic search strategies, we've all, for the most part, have been on the internet. We know how to type in our words. Okay, like um, I had a dog that was a German Shepherd, and another one that was an Australian Shepherd. And the Aussie, there's all kinds of neat things about Australian Shepherds. So if you would just type Australian Shepherd, the search engine may look for Australian and then look for Shepherd. It wouldn't look for Australian Shepherd together. And that's the whole name. Some of it they may have guessed and bring up Australian Shepherds, but it may not have. So if you want to save yourself time, you do some Boolean work, which means you put a quote around Australian and then a quote around Shepherd, to where it's like one phrase, and then do a search that way. That tells the search engine, keep these two words together. These are the only two words I'm interested in. And so basic search strategies will kind of help you become acquainted with that. And technology has changed more jobs than it has destroyed. People were saying that technology is going to change when in my younger years, it was that technology was going to bring everybody down to where they only had to work 32 hours a week. There'd be no more 40 hours, no more 50 hours work. Technology and computers will only let people work 32 hours a week because that's all that would be necessary. You can go ahead and laugh, I know, but they didn't know what they didn't know. And so this little article is going to show you how over the last 140 years, how technology has impacted jobs. It's kind of a cool article. All right, so let's go back and look at the GCF, and I have it up here. Here's the main page. It's Microsoft Office 2016, technology, reading, math, everyday life, okay, mobile apps, all topics. And so for us, and then here's just news. They have a free, all of this is free. They have a new Microsoft Access, Excel, updated math program, PowerPoint tutorial. So let's go over here and look at this. Okay, so here's Access, Excel, PowerPoint, Word. I'm going to go to Word first. All right, the neat thing about this is that if you know how to, if you understand the OneDrive, and you really should understand it, it is a cool thing. You can save your files into what's called a cloud, to where anywhere that you have access to a computer, you could work on your files. So let's see. Line and paragraph spacing. Let's look at this. See the little TVs? So you can click here, and it tells you a little bit about what it is. This tutorial is 2 minutes and 23 seconds. You learn how to adjust line and paragraph spacing in your document. Okay, that's what it's about. Then you go over here and click the bullets. Introduction. It's just going to do a quick introduction. Okay, and then here about line spacing, format line spacing, fine tuning it. Okay, and then number 2, same thing. I said this is all free. Number 3, and here's your challenge. Open up our practice document, and then in the practice document, you're going to make these changes. And when you're finished, your page should look like this one. And so then you'd go on. You could see what you did wrong. You could see how you should have done it before or after. And that's cool. Here's all topics. Okay, here's for Macs, Windows, using the cloud, various offices, reading if you have any trouble with reading, math, communication skills in the workplace, this type of thing. So it's cool. It's a nice tutorial. And like I said, they're all free. So it should help you quite a bit. All right, so let's go to next. Okay, this one's going to be a keeper. This one's going to be replaced. All right, discussion. We have a very large class because of ITT and MedTech. And we have, because of that, I wanted to turn discussions into more of a small group discussion. And so I have divided you into German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, Collies, Cocker Spaniels, and Australian Shepherds. Had a Cocker as a child, had a Collie one time, just love Goldens, they're beautiful dogs. Had a German Shepherd mix, and then our last Shepherd type one is Australian Shepherd. All right, so that's how you guys got it. And see, here's some of the postings. So the discussion topic is technology impacts the workforce in profound ways, shaping it, creating new jobs, eliminating others. There are new development technologies happening every day. Before answering the questions in this discussion, spend time researching new technology developments in your field. Note, be sure to keep track of the websites you use for your research as you will need them for the discussion. After completing your research, answer the following questions. In your opinion, after you do the research, okay? So in other words, from the research that you've done, in your opinion, what are the two best new technologies in your field that came out recently? Recently is within the last 5 years. Copy and paste the web page title and the website links describing these two new technologies. If you aren't sure how to copy and paste links, you can watch this overview. Why do you think these technologies are so great? How has these technologies impacted your chosen field or the world around you based on your research? In your response to peers, visit their websites and state what you learned. Now, I forgot to put in here, and I'm going to put in here, you need to list or state their websites in your response, okay? Because I need to know they're going to have at least 2 websites. I need to know which website you're referencing, okay? So do you agree or disagree that this is a great new technology? Why or why not? And then you'd go on to your next 2.2, okay? So if you have any questions, if hopefully this one will work all right. If you ever have a problem with the video or any of the lectures, you need to tell me. If you have any problems anywhere, anytime, anyhow, let me know, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.